Hey everyone, welcome to the Eye Opener Society. Welcome back. Thank you again for joining us. It's always great to have our fantastic audience with us. You have me, Gary.
Me, Hannah. Hey.
And how's everybody been? Listen, this is a whole new month. I hope everybody joined us for our Facebook Live. This is going to be a monthly thing. We want everybody to join us as we do our Behind the Eyes episodes. But we definitely enjoy everybody joining in with us for
Yes.
sure. It's real important to us. It's just a little way of giving back, getting our audience a chance to join in and interact with us. And that's, exciting to us. It's great. It's great to enjoy the show with our audience for a change. So if you're not following us on Facebook, just look up Third Eye Meditation on Facebook.
Eye Opener Society on Facebook.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eye Opener. I had Third Eye Meditation on my mind for a while, so that's why.
I was like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah, but yeah, look up Eye Opener Society on Facebook. Follow us there. But yeah,
I needed that
definitely.
laugh, man.
I know, cool. Yeah, I'm like, I think it's good. I'm looking down at my notes.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I want everybody to sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Like I said, we're getting better every month, so we just want to keep trying to improve things as time goes along. But right now, I want to take this chance just to say, listen, I've been enjoying Bear Blend.
Yes.
And I know I've been sharing them with you. We've been smoking the pipes together, our bowl together, or our cigarettes. Bear Blend. If you go to bearblend.com/tribe/the Eye Opener Society and just check out all their products. Listen, they live life through ritual. It's just real 100% organic, 100% natural herbs. And they're rolled into cigarettes. They have CBD oils. They have loose herbs as well that you can use to smoke or just to burn for rituals. And it's fantastic stuff. Like I said, I've been using this stuff a lot, and it gives me a great effect.
It does, yeah, and it's all natural, like not bad for you.
Yeah, there's no added nicotines or addictive
there's nothing of the
chemicals or
sort.
anything like that. So you could feel free to enjoy it, daily, and it's really great stuff. So that's Bear Blend. Check out Bear Blend, and don't forget to check out our favorite Reaper apparel. If you go to reaperapparel.com and you look at all their great merchandise, pick out what you want, and then use the code EyeOpenerSociety 10%. The percent sign, and you'll get 10% off of your order.
And who does not love 10%?
Definitely. Who doesn't love to save money in some way? But Reaper Apparel is fantastic. Great t-shirts, hats, keychain stickers, a whole bunch of stuff. Great items made in the United States. And it was built out of necessity because Dan, the owner, during COVID, he was losing his mind like we all did, He decided to make a change. And it's dying to live. Wear the apparel and show your support for life.
Yes.
So Hannah, I also wanted, while I'm doing this, I wanted to give a shout out to Waterloo.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, Waterloo. Waterloo. It's Waterloo. It's just a sparkling water, but that's what it is. It's sparkling water with 100% natural flavors. If you listen to the show any time, I have this thing with chemicals and additives and all that. That's why I like Bear Blend and all. But Waterloo is just absolutely great stuff. It's perfect for the summertime now. You get the nice, it's not that over seltzer kind of soda. You do get a very natural flavor, and it's not overbearing or sugary or anything like that. I wanted to give them a shout out because they did send us a coupon. So, shout out to Waterloo. Go to your local grocery stores, look for Waterloo. All these great flavors like the black cherry, blackberry lemonade, the lemon lime, all great stuff. So I just want to give them a shout out.
I just sent them feedback because my son loves it. And they sent me a nice email back, and then completely out of the blue, he was like, "You got something in the mail from Waterloo." I was like, "What?" And they sent us coupons and a sticker, and I just think that's awesome. So yeah, definitely check out Waterloo. The water is phenomenal.
Yep. So let's get into this episode. Let's all just relax, take a moment to breathe here because Hannah doesn't know. Again, we do these topics. Neither one of us know the topic half the time, so we just hit each other. But this year is going back. I'd say probably a month ago or so. And of course, as I'm driving to work, my mind's playing all sorts of things on, rolling around in my
Yeah.
head and all that. But I was sitting there thinking, I said, what a routine life is. You get up, same time every day. You go through your morning routines in the same way every day. You take the same route to work every day. You go in and you do the same job. And that's what was going through my head. And I said, wow, something hit me. And when I say these here expressions, everybody's heard them, but I want to really talk about them because I started to think about it. I'm going to use the first term: live life to the fullest. Yeah. What does that mean to you?
I feel like, to me, hearing live life to the fullest, God, you just put me on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Live life to the fullest for me means, how do I put this? Forgiving, but not forgetting. If that makes sense to anybody, and also just not letting things affect you the way, don't, just get through things. You know what I mean? Like, don't allow something to consume you and affect you. Just, it's a part of life. It's a part of the journey. Don't let that, shallow you, and you just live, you live life happy, and you just get through the things that you are put through, because at the end of the day, at the end of life, if you wasted your life dwelling on something that happened years and years ago, you didn't live to the fullest. You you built a wall up. I don't know, it's a really hard term to, live life to the fullest. There's so many different ways I could explain it, but that to me is just, forgive but don't forget, move on from tragic things, or not, even happy things. You don't want to just keep this sounds horrible. You don't want to keep reliving the same happy moment. You want to just keep going and experiencing new happy moments, just live life. I don't know. It's hard.
Well, now here, it wasn't easy, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I say,
I'm stuttering.
Yeah. But that brings me to the point. It's not easy to explain. And most people are, and this is probably a touchy subject, but some people who, don't have too long to live and all, what do we say? Live each day like it was your last, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that too is the same thing as live life to the fullest, live each day as it was your last. But it's so hard for you to just, spill it out saying exactly what you think it is. That's what happened to me. I was like, I think there's a lot of factors that come into this. Now, I like to say, hey, listen, you got to take, life, fun, and you got to enjoy everything, live it. But we're stuck, right? With our routines, getting up every day, doing everything the same exact way every single day. How do you live your life to the fullest? What does it really mean? Do you just give up work? Do you give up everything you have and go out and do the things you really want to do? But then how do you do it if you're not working and not making money? So you get stuck again in that routine.
Yeah.
You see the problem I'm having. I thought about this on the whole ride.
Yeah. How do you live your life to the fullest when you have preventers?
Mm-hmm. What's the meaning? Like, how do you do it? Like, do you live like a rock star when you have no money to do it? Or maybe you do have money to do it, but you blow it all within a month and you got the entire rest of your life to go through. So really, what does it mean to each and every person? And maybe, hopefully on our next Behind the Eyes episode, we could get some feedback, get some interaction on this, because I sat and I like to practice what I preach. I like to say, hey, I want to do things that I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to live life to the fullest, but I go through the same routines every single day.
Mm-hmm. And it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wait, you stop and pause. You're like, am I living my life to the fullest right now?
Right. Is that living life to the fullest? Are you doing everything you really want to do? Or is life getting in the way?
Yeah.
So it brings me to the whole point of, again, what is life? Were we meant to be just slaves to the working force? Were we meant to be getting up every morning at the same time every day, or whether it be a 9 to 5, whatever it may be, going to work, taking the same routes? Is that all we were meant to really be? Because when you look at it, we designed this plan and we do it every day. And you and I, we've had this
Yeah, we
conversation,
have.
about, just how it just it destroys you. It eats away at your soul. There's,
Mhm.
regardless if you like your job or not, it's taken away so much. Because if you were to close your eyes and say, where would I really want to be right now?
Yeah.
It's definitely different from what you're
You're doing.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and that just, like, kinda brings me, like, because it's just, like, one thing, like, I always wake up every single morning and I'm like, "God, I just want, like, an hour extra sleep." And then the next day, I'll be, like, waking up 30 minutes before my alarm goes off, and it's just, like, I just wish that I could it's, like, it's funny,
Mhm.
like, make my own schedule, but you know what I mean? Like, I wish I could enjoy my life and, work when I'm ready to work, I'll get the job done, it's just I wanna have my life in the way of
Mhm.
that part of life.
Mhm. And we do this. We just sit and we think, wow, would it be nice? Could we do it? And then there's people that actually do, they have jobs, they're in a position where they can work when they
Yeah.
want or whatever. And you and I too, we could do the same thing if we, look for it. But by the time we look, find what we want, get started, is there something more than work
Yeah.
that we really want? What do we really want? How do we get it? How do we achieve it? I'm no financial expert, and like I said, some people are better off than other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not even talking about different classes of people. I'm just everyone, because sometimes you got to think those people that do have both money and time, are they spending it wisely, and are they really living the best life they really can? Are
Yeah.
they living life to the fullest?
Like, do they get tired of going to Pilates all the time?
Right? Or do they get tired of buying a new car every day? Like, what is it that we really want? And I going back to our older shows and all, we always say we're trying to strive for something better, something higher
Yeah.
than what we are. And whether you want to turn to spirituality, whether you want to turn to religion, whatever that may be, there's something higher. There's a higher calling for humans that we're looking for. And we're looking for that way to spend every day as if it was our last. But we keep getting stuck because we're stuck in that same redundant routine over and over again. And then once I got to work, that day, and I was sitting there, I said, okay, let me try to see if I just live my life differently,
Yeah.
just by changing some things up, maybe I'll move my chair to this side of the desk, or, I'll switch my computer screen to that side of the desk. Small little changes like that can make a difference,
Yeah.
but they're only temporary fixes.
And there's also people, to throw it in there, there's people like me where it's like I have OCD. So, like, when I do things like that, I think it's going to benefit me. And then it fucks me because I'm like, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, so there's so many factors when you look at it. But again, changing your screens around or changing your chair, is that really living your best life? Is that living your life to the fullest? I would love everybody to be eternally happy. That's something I would like.
Yeah. Me
But
too. But realistically,
realistically, how does see, like, I'm a realist. That's the thing. I could talk a lot about spirituality and the metaphysical and all, but I'm a realist. I know things get in the way, and I understand it becomes very complex when you're trying to really work out the meaning of life and just how do you live your life. I guess, do you wake up happy?
mm,
Do you start from there?
yeah, I think you do.
Yeah. So waking up happy,
Mhm.
changes. We spoke about that too. That changes the entire mood of the entire day.
Yeah.
So that's one way to live life. Just being happy no matter what goes on. This way you're not bothered by the stressors of life and what you're doing for work and all. If you're approaching everything with a happy attitude, that'll change things.
Yeah, and that it reminds me of, back to when we were third eye meditation. It was like one of those things where I was having a hard time, waking up happy. So I got a pack of expo markers and I just wrote on my mirror every morning, like every night before I would go to bed. So in the morning, I'd wake up, go to the bathroom, go to wash my hands, brush my teeth, and I would look up and there's that message. And it was just like, I could have woken up, miserable. And then I just look up and I see that message, like, have a good day because you deserve it. That's one of my favorite things to say to people and to, manifest for myself. But it's just one of those things where that helped me tremendously.
So there's a small step in the right direction because now it sets the mood, sets the tone for the rest of the day. And that's fantastic. But I still get stuck on this whole, let's say I was given a couple days to live, right? And I say, well, God damn, well, what am I going to do? I don't have the money to do the things I would really want to do. Where do you start? Where do you begin? What's the first thing you're going to want to see? What's the first thing you're going to want to do? And remember, every time you do it, seconds ticking by.
Yeah.
And you want to get everything in.
You want to get everything in. You're like, but like, then you don't want to waste the time going to the things that you want to do. And it just becomes like this anxiety thing.
Yes, exactly. So there's the catch, do we just accept what is? And again, as a realist, do we just accept what is? Just go about every day, just start it off happy, be happy throughout the day, and not worry about the things that are unachievable. Just, strive for the things that are achievable and try and get there. Like we have the worst society because, we work, like I said, 5 days a week. It only allows you 2 days off. We'll work and save up our whole lives for retirement. We're too old to really experience or enjoy anything we really can. So again, are we living our best lives? Is this living life to the fullest? This is not. There's too much stuff in the way. And I think it's bullshit.
It is bullshit because we're in this, society where we're told that we have to do this. The average Joe Smo is told that they have to do this. There are people that are better off and, applaud to you. Like, I'm happy for you. I'm generally happy for you. But the average person waste their life away.
We really do. And when I look at where I am right now and everything I did to achieve to get here, between trainings and certifications, and I mean, there's so much stuff that I would say I wasted time with. Because, like I said, I have a book of certificates that just at this point don't mean anything. They're just there. So my entire life, did I enjoy doing what I was doing? At one point, definitely. Totally enjoyed it. But now, that's it. Because I got my eyes on other things.
Yeah.
Much better things. Bigger things. Then I questioned something else. Like your mom. My wife. She loves to sleep. Is she living her best life?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Because there's something she genuinely likes to do. Now, medically, too, I know is the issue. But if she takes every single day and sleeps, I mean, I'm kind of against that because I like to do things and accomplish. But she don't. She enjoys the sleep and she's doing what she's doing. And she's enjoying it.
Yeah. And then when she's up, she's doing things that she also loves to enjoy.
Yeah. So is that?
Yeah, my mom living to the life to the fullest.
She's living
the
life
only
to the
thing
fullest.
that's missing is like an endless like Starbucks card. Like Starbucks, if you're listening to this, just send her like a black card or something so her drinks can just be covered for life. Gary's bank account appreciates you.
Yeah, it does. And I don't like Starbucks, so Starbucks F you. Anyways, yeah, so everybody has something.
Yeah.
our personalities, the way we are, if we're just enjoying doing what we're doing, that alone should be living life to the fullest. I don't think we can accomplish that grand scheme of going out every day and doing everything you wanted to do. I just don't think it's achievable, or at least not for the average person.
Yeah.
So I depending on the age range of the audience, and again, join us on Facebook, join us when we do our behind the eyes and talk to us about it. Age ranges, if you're younger, do what you got to do to get yourself set up in a position where you don't have to work for very long, make the money and start figuring out what it is you want to do with your life that makes you happy, and how to achieve that for the rest of your life without having to go to work every single day. And for people that are like up there in age, like me, what are you doing? Are you actually enjoying? Are you retired? Is it, hey, some people say, I'm retired, man. I'm just going to lay back and sleep and enjoy,
Yeah.
Are you living your best life? You just might be, I don't know. It really hit me hard because I kept trying to figure out what it really meant. And your mind automatically goes to like vacations in Honolulu and Jamaica and, doing all these wild, crazy skydiving things. It's like, but in reality, it's going to boil down to the individual and what it is you
Yeah.
really want to do.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
like living life to the fullest for me is just like, I just feel like I have such a humble answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about materialistic shit. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, is it nice? Yeah, but it makes you happy for a short amount of time.
Mhm.
And then you just throw it in a drawer and don't think about it anymore.
Mhm.
And like vacations, like technology is so insane right now that it's like I can go on Google and just look at it. I guess I'm just like, I just don't like, I'm just a humble person, So
Yeah.
living life to the fullest for me is like just being able to go to the store and buy as many like sage plants as I want and planting them all around my house or something. Like, I'm just a really humble person.
But if it makes you happy,
Yeah.
then that's living your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
I don't see it any different. I really don't. If you really compress it and just make it into a very smaller scale, that's all good and well. But now here's the punchline, okay? After all of this and all of my thinking and all, and I've been waiting for this episode because I was like, I really, I wanted to spit it out and I really wanted to ask the question, what is it that makes you live life to the fullest? Of all things, I open up Facebook, right? My friend Amy, shout out to Amy. Amy had a post put up from an unknown author. And guess what it was? Living your life to the fullest.
Shut up.
I really, and I was like, you got to be kidding, because I knew I was going to do this episode and all. But so she put this post up, and again, it's from an unknown author. It's from The Healing Nest. It says, you want to know what living life to the fullest actually is? It's waking up on a Monday morning with no complaints. It's knowing you always deserve to laugh. It's doing what feels right no matter what. It's doing what you want to, no matter how stupid you look. It's all about being yourself, because no one can tell you you're doing it wrong.
Oh, I love it. So you were like, shit, thank you.
So all the overthinking that goes with that, all the pressures of someone telling you, live your best life.
Yeah.
It's very simple. It's condensed, and it's just a matter of fulfilling your own happiness.
Yeah, being yourself.
Just be yourself. Erase everything that you do during the day. You go through those motions, but do it being yourself and not letting anybody tell you any different. And that just summed it up. And then I was like, okay, that's it. Now my whole episode was shot because I was like, I thought that there was going to be some big grander scheme and I might be able to figure it out. That's all it was. It's as simple as that. Simplicity in life will get you very far. And if you live that way, if you live simple and not worry about the big things in the, that grand scale, you're going to live a much more happier life, in which case you live in life to the fullest.
Damn.
Mm.
I could not have said it better than myself. Like, okay, good. Go on, unknown author.
Yeah. So whoever wrote that, shout out to them. Shout out to the Healing Nest, and shout out to my friend Amy, who posted that.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst that this was going around in my head for well over a month.
As we were doing this show, I was curious to Google living life to the fullest meaning. And it's funny to me because the Collins Dictionary, this is what is wrong. If you say that someone's living life to the fullest, you mean that they try to gain a lot from life by always being busy and trying new activities. No. See, that's what's wrong with society, is that that's the number one thing that pops up when you Google living life to the fullest meaning.
That's
the problem, is because it's not about trying new activities. It's not about keeping busy. It's about being yourself and being happy with yourself.
That's it. And here's something that hits me, because I'm always talking about work. And I always said, there's no commitment to companies anymore, because they'll get rid of you in a heartbeat. And so people walk out the door left and right. That's just the way things are now. When I go back, it's like early when I first graduated high school, things were different. They weren't computerized. And when they became computerized, nobody wanted to learn that. So nobody progressed, just like me, because I was actually doing graphic arts when I got out of high school. And it was all hand done. And then computers came in, all the automatic Adobes and, all that kind of stuff. I was offered, hey, you should learn this. Why the hell would you? I don't need a computer taking over my job. I lost out on that whole field, a big, very well-paying field, Lost out on that. And then I read again on Facebook. For those of you who know, we're in Red Lion, Pennsylvania. And I was on one of the better Red Lion Facebook page, Red Lion Roars.
Yeah.
They do a lot of the history of our little town. And this town, years ago, when it was big, we were the number one cigar manufacturer in the world.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that and all the old photographs of all these old cigar factories and all, and the old workers. And there was a lot of female workers too. And a lot of them, when you say how dedicated they were, a lot of these women were hand rolling these cigars. Not an easy task, to get a really good cigar, but they were hand rolling. That's what they did for a living, and they cherished that. Automatic rollers started to come in, and they got threatened by that. All of these women were, when I was reading the history of this, they were laying down in the streets, blocking a lot of the shipments that were coming in and all that, and protesting all, because they were afraid of losing their jobs. They were trampled by horses. They were beaten by the cops. It was, and then I said, wow, that is dedication to jobs, to your work, to your career, but back then people were set. You were in these factories, you worked, you came in every day, and you were taken care of. These days it's different. These days they'll get you in the door and they'll hire you and they'll promise you the world. And as soon as you get in, that's it. They're looking to get rid of you.
If you die, your position's up, and they'll be respectful and post it within a week.
Yeah. So that's what I feel the meaning of living your life to the fullest is really just being yourself, being happy. Be simple. That's all. Be simple. And to our great audience, listen, you listen to us, and that's why I think I messed up when I came on with Third Eye Meditation. It goes back to the older days when we were talking a lot about meditation. We need to understand this. We need to take time for ourselves to understand exactly what makes us happy. This way we can go out and achieve it. We can't let all of the environmental factors play any kind of real role into stopping us from being happy.
No obstacles.
None. I like that. And when I look at you and I, we long to get inside this studio and hang out together. We love it. This is living our life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Us coming home, sitting outside,
As you can tell.
Yeah. We enjoy it. We enjoy each other's company and all. We're living life to the fullest.
We are.
Always going to be bad days.
Of course.
Always. There's no way around that.
And I think that is a good point to add as far as living life to the fullest, is accepting that there are going to be bad days.
Right.
And just getting yourself through them.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And we go through our bad days. We get through them. We get by them. But as long as we know those ups and downs are always temporary, it's a pendulum. It's going to swing back and forth. So for all that momentum moving forward, it's going to move backwards too as well. So if we're prepared for that and we understand that, then it's not going to really affect us as bad as it does.
Yeah. It made me just think of like how a lot of people say like good vibes only. And I hate that. I know that sounds so weird, but I hate that because like I feel like that's a one way of just like ignoring your problems, and to me, that's not living your life to the fullest,
Yeah.
You go through life and you be you and you feel emotions. And like I said, like living your life is to the fullest to me is accepting that there are going to be bad vibes and bad days. So it just made me think of that. I was like, I don't like good vibes only, I don't like that.
But you made a good point too. It's the totality of everything to say, hey, when we use the term fullest, full, that means we got to pour every emotion into that cup.
Exactly.
Every one of them, no matter good, bad, or whatever. So yeah, that's definitely how we live life to the fullest. And I hope everybody out there in our land there that's listening is living their life to the fullest.
Happy, sad, mad,
but just enjoy it because it does end. That's it. It does. It doesn't matter who you are or where it ends, but we need to understand that we're in the present moment and we need to enjoy that moment. So live it to the fullest, no matter how simple that may be. Join us on Facebook. Join us for Behind the Eyes. Again, we already did the first ever live of our Behind the Eyes episode, and you're only going to catch it on Facebook because that's where we're going to be doing it from now on. We want to bring some of our audience here over to the Facebook page. Look up the Eye Opener Society there, and we're trying to get some of the Facebook people over to our podcast side too as well because again, Hannah and I, we decided we have a message for people when we have our podcasts. Our podcasts are messages to everybody.
Yeah, they are. We don't just sit and bullshit. We sit and life.
Yeah, we life. Exactly. So we enjoy doing that with everybody who listens. And every now and then, we'll change things up. Just to break
conspiracies,
things like because that's all real stuff, know. But again, it's to change things up this way because again, we want to live life to the fullest. We want to experience everything, so we'll try everything.
Yeah, we want to talk about what we want to talk about. We're not gonna. I feel like we're like very good at just not being trend people.
Right.
We just talk about whatever we want to talk about. We don't like to copycat or do anything like of the sort. We just live life, and we're like, hey, let's do a fucking podcast on this. And we just do it, man.
And that's the way it is. And we appreciate everybody that tunes in.
We do.
Look for us again every Monday night is a new episode. We thank you again for listening. Don't forget to go to Reaper Apparel, reaperapparelco.com. Use the code the Eye Opener Society 10% for your 10% off, and go to Bear Blend as well. That's bearblend.com /tribe/ the Eye Opener Society. And we'll catch you again on the next episode. Everybody take care.